just about everything for me, as far as like the opportunities and the people I've met, just came from talking to people.
It's imperative. You can't get around it. You have to talk to people.
That is number one, and like everything, like entrepreneur, like everything. You have to talk to people.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back to CompasScope. I'm your host, Coach Kesey Keys. I have a good friend with me today, John Boy, on the scene with us.
Yeah.
As y'all know, we are here to talk about everything holistic health, connecting back to the mind, body, and spirit, to also just be able to heal and thrive in whatever area of your life. So I'm going to have him tell a little bit about his story, his background. So before we get into it, my guy, John Boy, how you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. Happy to be here with you. You know, been watching the platform, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you here, man. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Before we jump into the topics though, tell us a little bit about your background and just the things you have done and all of that.
For sure. So, hey everybody, I'm Jonathan, creative, musician, artist, singer-songwriter, here from out of Montgomery, Alabama. I'm also owner of the Verge MGM. You know, music has always been a part of my life. Been singing, playing instruments, really drums. I've been playing the drums since I was like 2 years old. That's like my primary instrument. 2, 4, all throughout college and everything. So, yeah.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about Verge MGM before we get into it too. Don't be trying to act humble now. If you done seen the podcast, you already know this is your time to flex and, you know what I'm saying, let the people know about what you do and who you are. You know, he probably not going to tell it, but this is the goal right here. He is well resourced and just well known in the area of Montgomery, Alabama. You've done major things to impact just the artistry scene in this area, man. And so I'm just super excited to have you as a brother from another mother and as a friend, as a business partner, all those things, bro. So tell us a little bit about Verge MGM.
So the Verge MGM started back in 2022. I was performing on the road a lot as John Boy. Did a Rolling Loud tour, independent tour. And that's when I decided, you know, to take a break. I told my PR, I was like, hey, I'm going to go back home, man, and curate events and stuff for the artists back in my hometown because, you know, it's a lot of people that don't get a chance to really see, you know, outside of their city, you know, see, you know, outside of their neighborhood. So, went out, came back home. My brothers, we was all musicians playing around, doing a lot of things here in the city every Friday night for free, pretty much. And we came together to form the Verge MGM. And it started out as us performing, finding gigs, doing all that good stuff, and started incorporating artists, and then started doing artist showcases. And that created a whole different atmosphere, and it gave a voice to the artists here and the creatives here that felt like there wasn't a space or anything for them to express themselves in their art. So
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. And even on the other side of being a musician, artist, also been someone that can develop artists because you've been in the game for so long and you have all these connections to venues, to like coordinating events and creating spaces and bringing people together and just all of those things. So what made you even want to do that and be the voice, be the leader, be the one that say, you know what, Montgomery, Alabama is more than what people think it is. I see more. So I'm going to start creating the space and creating the events for people to come together. What made you want to even jump into that? Because that, me knowing you can be like, when you want to, you can be very just chill, and not take control and, you know, delegate. So what made you even want to get like, you know what, I'm tired of being comfortable. I'm going to put my face out there and just be that force for the city.
Being told know a lot. Being able to not be in certain spaces, or, anything of that nature, in that whole realm.
Yeah.
Pretty much creating that lane for people. It's like self-moral, I should say. Is like the Bible verse, Hebrew 11:1. It's like faith is substance things hoped for, that is things not seen. And that's pretty much what I'm moved by when I interact with people.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have their ambitions and things that they want to like be when they, I don't want to say grow up, but pretty much like, from us being way high to adulthood, and we're all trying to figure it out. And it's things that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
And it's things that we hope for, that we achieve for one day. And that's kind of like, that's over the years, I've been thinking about that a lot, because that's something that God has instilled inside of me to want to help people. And to me, it's like, if you have the vision, there's a way to get it done.
Yeah, you got the vision for a reason.
Just being that guy, like, you want to do it, then we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And if you think that it's not a way for it to happen, then let's take a quick step back. Let's plan it out. Let's see the pros and the cons, and pretty much that's where that came from, like just having that care, at least for the people to know that it's someone else that care about the things that you want as well.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, that's how the way to work should be.
Most definitely. And let's go back to the point what you said in the beginning was because you constantly got those no's. So what was that like? Like, was people telling you like, no, this ain't the place, this ain't the time for that? Or like, in what form were you getting those no's?
More so of someone, or, you're always getting the runaround. And it kind of have you thinking, going back, until something else, until something different. Like each and every time. And it wasn't even just myself, but more like my brother Zeph. We had that same thing of, being given the runaround. So it's like, we're just going to do it ourselves, and we're going to ask questions later.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. That's true. And I mean, for anybody that is a part of the entrepreneur journey, I'm sure y'all know as well, like, you have to go through a lot of no's before you get to that yes, and it's a constant thing. I don't know, even if you get to a point to where you getting straight yes, at some point, like, you're still going to get no's for certain things. So how do you like endure past that no? Like, what's driving you to be like, okay, I want to get this done, but the people I keep reaching out to that I'm asking for help, or to have the space or the finances to support this, I keep getting no's. Like, what's keeping that drive inside of you? Like, or what would you tell somebody else that maybe want to have an event or want to be an artist, but continuously just beating that wall?
You have to believe in yourself.
Facts.
Knowing that you have to believe in yourself before anybody else will believe in you, or, seek to maybe even listen to you.
Right.
So that's pretty much what I would tell, any young person or anybody that want to do anything. Have that confidence, within yourself. Know that you won't get it right every single time, or you still might have some steps that you have to take before you even get to where, point A is, So, but most importantly, just believing in yourself.
Yeah.
And having that confidence within yourself before anything else. So
Definitely, definitely. It's like we talked about right out here, when it was you, me, and Saphir, and we were saying like a lot of people not gonna believe in you. They're not gonna support you until you're popping, until you famous, until you get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people there are trend followers. So unless they see other people, believing in what you do, a lot of people will just not even, really pay mind unless they feel led and resonate with what it is that you're doing and have like that similar vision. So most definitely, as far as where you are now when it comes to all the things, what's your next steps? Like what's your main goal as far as what you want to work on self-develop wise that plays a part in your entrepreneur journey?
What's next, self-develop wise?
Yeah.
More, I would say, patience. A good friend of mine, he's an artist out here in Montgomery. He go by the name of Mike Dance. He's a rapper, and I'm making shirts for him, and it says pace. But the meaning of pacing, is patience always creates excellence. So, moving from 2024 to now, and thinking about it, because making the shirts, I have to have patience with making the shirts too, because that's a
solid process.
But definitely having to have that patience in the self-development portion of what's next.
Yeah.
Knowing that things come with time.
Definitely.
So don't rush the process.
No, for real. I feel that so much. I'm sure you can relate to it. It's like we've been having the vision. To some extent, we've been doing the work. Like I feel like that's what makes us as close as we are. And that just makes us continue to like do what we doing and being that drive, is because of the vision, and it's just burning inside of us to the point it's like we don't have like quitting isn't an option at this point. We've invested too much of our time, too much of our emotions, too much of our money in these events and equipment and all the things that we do. Like there is no stopping. But man, like I resonate with that so much, because when you've been doing something for so long and you feel like you've been constantly like putting out the events, it's like, dang, when am I going to catch my break? When is there a breakthrough going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like we putting in the work, and it's like you said, it is patience. So even when you feel like you right there, you so close, you can almost touch, you can almost taste. I feel like I've been in this place for so many years, really. It's like, ooh, it's so close, but it's still not here yet. It's still not here yet though. So patience is, man, that's key. Because even when you feel like you've done the work, you've put in the energy and you gave your all, God is like, well, there's still more for you to give. There's still more developing. There's still more things you need to learn before you get to that point and get to, yes. Yes, exactly. So besides the business and the self-development part of things, is there anything else you feel like is necessary on this walk? Or like this journey of like just becoming and doing more?
I would say having a village. Knowing that you can't do it alone, and have people, that'll support you in different ways. Not even just in ways of helping you achieve, what it is that you're trying to do, but like a person to talk to, or someone you can go hang out with, go on a walk with, all of those things outside of, the working and doing and, all of that. So we'll definitely say having that village.
Yes, most definitely. Is there anything specific that you feel comes out of that community? Like, I know for me, like you said, having that support, but also like having people that are well resourceful, not always been around people that's just on your level and know your level of intelligence, but also been around people that's already ahead of the game. They already tapped into grants. They got the business flow. They full force into their business and doing all those things. So is there anything else like that comes from that support that you feel can really take you to that next level?
Most definitely. I would definitely say having those people around, you could, ask certain questions that will help, you and the things that, you're trying to achieve, like, or maybe you're trying to figure it out and you may not know who to go talk to or what to possibly have, in your paperwork, or anything. I would definitely say those people could be a mentor from just the knowledge that they have. Since they're there, they went through the process, they went through the people, and just, being around them, they could, lend a hand or be like, hey, you might want to do this differently, or you probably want to think about doing this right here. Like, what is your story? What is it that makes you?
Yeah.
Having those people around definitely help you, like, look at things differently.
That good criticism.
Yeah, a good criticism, things that's different from your lens. Like, you have another person's lens of view, to help enhance what it is that you do.
That has good fruit.
That has good fruit.
Because a lot of people got opinions. So it ain't hard to find somebody with an opinion, but let's find people that actually don't walk that road and know.
Yeah, most definitely. Definitely on the good fruit part.
Yeah.
Those people. And that, I would say that would be based off of your own discernment. You can always listen to a person, but, be mindful of what you take,
Yeah.
Some things within that still might be beneficial, but it might not be things that might be in the right direction. So,
exactly. And even when it comes to people that may have the successful business, like your journey, your path is your journey. So just because that worked for them don't necessarily mean it might work for you,
Yeah.
Facts. Okay, we talked about support. So another thing that goes into support is networking, which I know you've done a lot of that because it seems like everywhere I go, people know you.
Yes.
So, which I know you've been here for a while, but still, I know like you like anytime we go out, you don't mind talking to people. You don't mind having conversation, engaging, and learning more about them and about yourself. So, like, tell us a little bit about like your networking backgrounds or like some tactics and skills that you've used. Because I know it's some people out here that maybe have a business or want to have a business, and networking is a humongous part of it. So what are some tactics or things that you use to help you network with people?
It didn't start out that way. Networking for me played a major role back when I was doing shows a lot. Didn't know anybody.
Right.
Going into those spaces and those events, the people made you go talk to another artist or people in the crowd.
Yeah.
Because you don't know each other. And having to learn that, all right, 10 seconds. Like, I got 10 seconds. What am I going to say to this person in 10 seconds that maybe I can get their information, they get my information, they can remember me, we can stay in contact. Like, short, sweet, straight to the point.
Yes.
That's like literally the master of, I would say, in my opinion, like a pass for like networking with people. And just over time, man, don't be scared to approach people. Because a person, they might be wanting to talk to you. They might just stand there and be like, okay, I'm gonna see if they can come up and say something.
Just be peeping you out.
Yeah, so being in those different environments, man, you just don't know who's in the room.
Yeah.
And from that, it's opened a lot of doors, I would say. So don't be afraid to talk to people. You know, don't take too long talking to certain people.
Yeah.
Some people, they might be interested, but at the same time, we're not gonna have a 10-minute conversation.
Yeah. Or a monologue.
You know,
like don't be up here talking to somebody for 10 minutes telling them what you do, your passion and why. Like,
how's everything back home? All that.
Yeah, it should be engaging.
It's like, man, just depending on the environment. You know what you're going to say before you talk to a person, or just feel out the vibe. You know, keep the room. You know, present yourself like friendly. That's present yourself friendly, and just move from there.
Period. It's like Kenny be saying, show yourself friendly. Show yourself friendly, man. Yeah. It's like something I seen the other week ago. I seen a post and this girl was saying how the entrepreneur journey really is spiritual. Like this is like a spiritual self-development thing because we've been friends for a minute, but you know, I feel like just from our bond and like just knowing you, like I feel like you have a similar background as me. Like I used to be very shy, very soft spoken, introverted, a lot of social anxiety, and having my brand, having my business has literally forced me to get out there. I was literally just talking to somebody yesterday and they're in the beginning phases of, I want to be a business owner or whatever, but they're so like, every time I talk to this person, they talk very soft, like, so I'm like, bro, please. Like literally every time I'm around them, I'm like, like they that soft spoken. So it's like, I understand where you are, because I once was that person that was people used to ask me like, oh, are you shy? No, not really. But, you know, I was introverted. So it's like, unless you approach me, I might not engage in conversation. Or because of my social anxiety, I'm overthinking the conversation before we even start engaging. So I'm already thinking about how I'm going to be stuttering and not making sense and looking crazy and weird. And I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. But it's literally forced myself to, you know, just get out there. And a lot of times, like, it's a lot of events I went to. Majority of the events I went by myself. So imagine being someone that's very soft-spoken, haven't done this before, literally just pushing myself out there because I'm like, I'm tired of being tired. I want to have my own business. I want to make my own money from my own skills and talents. But unless I force myself to get out there, it's never going to happen. So even before I moved to Montgomery in Atlanta, I started going to different events where it's literally rooms full of people. And I don't know not one person. I don't know one person. And everybody around me just talking, engaged. I'm like, good God. Okay, Lord, here we go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make a way, you know, hopefully somebody come up to me or give me the strength to come up to them, something, you know? So I'm just super like excited and grateful for the growth that has taken place in me, and I'm sure that you can relate to in you when it comes to like, now we can go in any space and it's like, hey, what's up, how you doing, what you do, right? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That comes from like icebreakers or anything. And I would say just about everything for me, as far as like the opportunities and the people I've met, just came from talking to people. You know?
It's imperative. You can't get around it. You have to talk to people.
That is number rule and like everything, like entrepreneur, like everything. You have to talk to people. That's where, like, that's one of the golden rules. Like that's what everything by. You know, follow up people. Even if it's not in person. You know, networking can be making sure you send an email, making sure you're texting somebody back, you know, finding out some type of information.
So. Our social media. I've connected with other artists in different cities and models and people that do a lot of the same things that I do in other areas. And because I engage in their content, they engage mine, and it's kind of like, okay, we connected.
Reality. That's the word.
And build that rapport with one another. So it's like, okay, if I'm ever in Texas or Charlotte or Birmingham, I've already connected with this person. So guess what? Because I worked so much on myself, myself, and I'm not scared of rejection, because that's a lot of what it is. That's why we're scared to approach people in conversations, because we're scared they're going to reject us or look at us weird or abandon us. And it's like when you move past it, you just be like, hey, what's up? And stop worrying about that outcome or what they're going to think about you. Yeah.
You have to understand that people are people, you know.
Yes.
No matter what level, no matter, you know, their status or title or anything that.
How much money, all of that.
All of that. At the end of the day, they're human. Like,
yes, literally.
And, you know, you send that message, they become your friend, you guys might just become like how you were saying, like meeting people, you coming on each other content and all that good stuff. So even if you're ever in that time or something, and this person see you, oh yeah, CompasScope, girl, yeah, you jumping gym, blah, 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 blah.
You feel me?
And for me, on an artist perspective, you know, out here meeting people in that artist room, we meet at events. We see each other again, remember each other. Oh yeah, man, that video that you dropped, it was dope.
Yeah.
You know, so all of that.
Yeah. I would say that's like number 1 or 2. Like when it comes to like putting yourself out there and speaking to people, like if you want to be a business owner, a brand, whatever, you have to be okay with rejection. You have to be okay with approaching people and engaging in conversation and remembering that people are literally, they're just people. If they say no, okay, cool. Are you dead? Did you die though?
Did you die?
Did you die? If you're not dead, like, okay, on to the next person. Cause sometimes you have to go to 50 no's before you get to that yes. But that yes is going to be so worth it. Cause that yes just might be the yes to change your entire life, to bring in the finances. So you don't have to keep worrying about that 9-to-5 job that you're really not happy at and that's barely paying your bills or don't even allow you to live the life you want to live.
Right. Yeah.
Bump those no's. I'm gonna keep going until I get the yeses. I'm gonna keep reaching out to these brands. I'm gonna keep on reaching out to the artists and the venues and the radio hosts and, you know, everything that you do and you know, and all the things that you do.
Oh my Lord. Yeah.
Yes. Talk a little bit about the artist development side of things. I know like you're an artist, but you've also like created this whole pathway for artists as well when it comes to like, I know you got a what you call it, like a performance tour, some type of tour coming up. Tell us a little bit about that.
Dealing with artist development and how I build it out for like the talent and people that I come across, it's really seeing what people are so you can take them where you want them to go. So you have to meet them where they are. And then, you know, and that started off with like open mics, just inviting all talent because you don't want to tell people no. Just see where they are and be like, okay, well, now you might be ready for this day. This day might be different from just the regular open mics and everything. Just having those one-on-one conversations with people, you know, they might ask, hey man, how did I do in the song? How was my performance? You know, talk to them, you know, let them know like, hey, well, I really like this song. And I think, you know, if you did less of this or more of this, you know, that helps. And, you know, you have certain artists that are already good performers. So they might not have to or may not want to come to the open mics and everything. So it's like, okay, well, what's the next stage? What's the next thing that you might have for them? So just creating that dynamic and finding those artists who I would say pretty much know themselves in the sense of their artistry.
Know where they want to go. Yeah.
And still guiding those who still trying to find themselves, but creating that atmosphere to where everybody get to see each other. Like, to me, that's forming that community. So, you know, we're all on the same level together and forevermore. But you might be inspired from looking at this person perform.
Yep.
And you
something
can
take from there.
Pointers from, you know. So as far as that realm, that's how that pretty much is.
Yeah.
Forming these tours and these shows and all this good stuff. It is for people here that's in Montgomery. That's the root part of it. But I've definitely been getting more, reach, and people from out of Florida, North Carolina, want to get involved.
Okay, surrounding areas.
Yeah, so surrounding close areas. There's, things like South by Southwest Music Festival in Texas. People see the stage or see like, oh, this person has a stage or they got some motion going. Pretty much everybody's going to be in Texas. So, in reality, it doesn't matter what state that you're from. People in Atlanta, I'm here in Montgomery, but no matter what state you're in during that week, we're all going to be out there. So pretty much it's forming that networking.
Exactly.
Building that core of people. So it's really to shine a light on the city of Montgomery. In the music community, we got a lot of history.
Man, seriously.
A lot of dope artists that's underground.
Yeah.
And we have richness in the people that have signed to major labels. Like, shout out to Jay Black at the Union Music Group over there, the Dirty Boys.
Yeah.
Like, Deuce Conrads, we got some major heavy hitters from this town, from this city. Jesse would Watch the Duck. Him and his team, they from here. Chica, she from here.
Facts.
Long Live.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people, man. So it's providing that atmosphere and that stage for the city that might not have that reach to go to the big leagues because over the years things happen. Those people, some of the people that I just named, they had to go out.
And most times you do.
And most times you do. And, so it's just changing that dynamic to where it's you honoring the people that's here still, because the people that traveled out, get out, they made it, they're still out.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't a root place for them to call home that shone the light on them. So,
right.
That's the whole dynamic of everything.
Yeah. So like supporting the local artists, but simultaneously even providing the resources and the opportunities for them, not only just in the city, but outside of the city and other states.
Yeah.
Period. I loved. I feel like that's one of the things that made us as close as we are, because it's hard to come by other people that are doers and self-initiators, right? And like just get the job done. It's like a conversation we had before when it was like, okay, it's a lot of people that's reaching out and saying, oh, let's do this and do this and do this and do this. But you haven't done it yet. You know what I'm saying? Versus us, you see the work we've done. You see the events. You see the videos and the production, and you see the equipment. You see, like, we've literally invested time and money and energy and emotions and just everything into the things that we do. So like you said, just finding people that's on those levels, right? And like creating a whole community and creating more opportunities for other people and other artists. And I was also going to say, before, I know you said we got a lot of artists, but even outside of artistry, like when it comes to like engineers and people that's doing production and like musicians, like we got a lot of people that's work with people mainstream. Go ahead.
Mainstream. We got, brother Jacoby Ray was just performing with Fantasia, I don't remember what city exactly, but I think it was in Detroit. It was somewhere, up north. But, him having that honor to perform at the BET, special, and he was, called on. We have a lot of dope music.
Yes, the list goes on and on, for real.
In the city and, within the state. It's a lot of people that perform with these artists that have made it. Have a lot of dope people with photography. Shout out to Sydney.
Yeah, she's definitely doing big things.
We have a lot of richness here within our creative arts and just in general. Yeah. And, we gotta have a place to shine a light.
And just imagine how much faster they might have gotten to that place if they would have had the community or what we have here now. Because even like Sydney and some other people, K Block, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people are seeing what's going on now. And they're like, dang, if we would have had this 10 years ago or 5 years ago, whatever the case, where it's a community that's that close and have like that support for each other, then just imagine the things that people can do and how they can get there even faster, you know?
Yeah.
Most definitely, but it all goes back to networking and talking to people. You never know. Like some people might be out here looking like a bum, and they just got off the road from performing with, you know what I'm saying, a mainstream artist. So like you have to talk to people because you would never know. I would have like me coming from Alabama, being from Alabama, I'm like, bro, ain't nothing going on down here. But when I came to Montgomery, I was like, my mind is blown. The amount of like creativity and just intelligence and wealth that's in this area that you will have no freaking idea unless you go up to these people and just talk and have a conversation. Most definitely. So before we close out, is there anything you want to share, like any encouraging words or any motivation you want to give for like up and coming artists, entrepreneurs, like people that's just ready to just bet on themselves and take a chance? And you know what I'm saying? So what do you want to tell the people?
I would say just do it. Do it scared. Do it, like just not knowing how you're going to make a way. It goes back to just believing in yourself. Having that faith, man. Keep the faith.
Yeah, you got to.
In your dreams and in your reality. Because there's somebody, whether it's in your community, in your city, in your state, out of state, that's looking for you. There's always somebody that's looking for you. So don't be afraid to bet on yourself, Go all in.
Yeah.
And just,
trust the process.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
Things won't happen overnight for you. If it's delayed, accept the delay. Just be patient. It goes back to that patience, that pace, having that pace, man. Because if it happens quickly, hey, there's still room for error, and error will come. So think about that. Figure out ways to just do it while you're still figuring it out. Because you won't get it right the first time. You may not get it right the second time or the third time.
Or the 50th.
Or the 50th time. But just don't give up on yourself and don't give up on the things that you believe in.
Yeah.
Because there is a way, there is a lane that is made just for you because God gave you that gift. God gave you that vision. And if you keep him in your life and on your side.
Come on.
And I'm not going to preach, but for real, having that strong faith, man, and keep God on your side.
Strong foundation.
You can achieve anything you want to achieve in this life.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. I'll end with that.
Cool beans. So, okay. Is there anything else we should be on the lookout for? Also share your social medias, any websites where they can find you, follow you, support you, if they want to tap in with you.
For sure. If you guys want to keep up with what I'm doing, you can find me on all social media handles at John Boy Speaks. That's JohnBoySpeaks. And the Verge MGM. There's a lot of great things that we have in the works. Tap in, fill out the form on the Verge platform to stay informed about things that are coming up. Starting in February, we're going to be kicking off a tour, going to different cities. We're going to meet other creatives and, build a village outside of home. And, support each other. And, yeah.
That's that.
Yeah.
Period. Okay. I'm gonna also put all his website, social medias, everything below in the comments. So make sure y'all follow my brother from another mother. Support the things that he's doing. Great guy, really out here doing the work and being the voice and just putting in the work for the community. So I really appreciate you, my guy. So thankful we got to chop it up on the channel. And until next time, Royal Tribe, peace.
Peace, y'all. One love.
Peace, love, and blessings.